Hi everyone, welcome back to Coincheck. This is Abhishek and you're watching 3.0 TV. Today, big news just dropped. The SEC has approved an XRP futures ETF, making XRP one of the major altcoins after Ethereum to secure a futures-based product. But before the hype train leaves the station, it's important to break down what that really means for XRP's future and why the real catalyst is still yet to come. So today's coin of the day is XRP. XRP is a digital asset designed for fast, low-cost cross-border payments. Built by Ripple Labs, XRP is known for its speed, 3 to 5 seconds transaction times, and extremely low fees, fraction of a cent, making it a favorite among financial institutions and fintech companies aiming to streamline remittance services. Ripple's broader vision is to build a global payments network where XRP acts as a bridge currency between different fiat currencies, removing the inefficiencies of legacy systems like SWIFT. XRP is not a smart contract platform like Ethereum or Solana. It's a laser focused on payment rails, liquidity provisions, and financial settlements. Now let's look at some of the market data for XRP for today. So XRP's price is at $2.34. The market cap is at $136 billion. The 24-hour trading volume is almost $5 billion. The circulating supply is 58 billion XRP tokens. The fully diluted value is at $234 billion. The 7-day performance for XRP is up by 10%. The 30-day performance for XRP is up by again 10%, and 1-year performance XRP is up by a staggering 350%. So what are the key developments that's been happening? As we discussed, the SEC approves the XRP futures ETF. XRP just made history, becoming one of the very few altcoins with an SEC approved futures ETF. Institutional exposure boost. A futures ETF opens up the door for more traditional finance players to get exposure to XRP's price action through regulated investment products. It also gives it legitimacy. Regulatory approval signals that XRP is maturing as an asset class, helping repair some of the reputational damage from the long-running SEC lawsuit that XRP had. So just one more thing. So this isn't a spot ETF. Futures ETF track XRP's price to derivative contracts. So they don't actually buy the real XRP tokens, unlike BlackRock, Bitcoin spot ETFs are doing. So that's a key difference with real market implications. There's also been global expansion for XRP. Brazilian asset manager Hashdex has launched the first ever regulated XRP spot ETF in Brazil, trading under the ticker XRPH11 on the Brazilian stock exchange. This is a major win for XRP adoption internationally, providing real physical exposure to XRP investors outside the US. So what's the difference between a futures ETF versus a spot ETF? What's the real impact? So futures ETF pros, it is easier access for institutional and traditional investors. It legitimizes XRP in the eyes of traditional finance and positive sentiment boost for crypto regulation narratives. What are the cons of a future ETF? Is there is more real XRP buying pressure. Future contracts don't touch the underlying asset. There is potential for increased volatility and distortion in price discovery. And there is hidden inefficiencies, that rollover costs, fees, and tracking errors that go on. So that is the main difference. I mean, in futures, you're not buying the asset, so that's not so bullish, but it's bullish in the sense that now XRP has a legitimate ground and stands that, it can be traded, and the US SEC has approved it. So that's how we should look at it. The true game changer will be obviously where US spot XRP ETF, where real tokens are bought, held, and removed from circulating supply, driving real demand side pressure. So that's what we're waiting for. Brazil's launch of real XRP ETF shows how important spot products could be for unlocking global demand. Now quickly, let's look at the technical analysis. The current price is at 2.34. The resistance level sits at 2.5. Support is at 2.1. The bearish case would be if XRP fails to hold 2.1, a retracement back to 1.9 is possible, more likely $2. A futures-based volatility could create price whipsaws. A bullish case could be a breakout above $2.5 could pave the rally towards $3 plus. Institutional plus global ETF adoption and ecosystem developments provide a strong narrative tailwinds. So final thoughts. The XRP future ETF marks a crucial step forward. Institutional interest, regulatory clarity, and mainstream validation are all standing. Brazil spot XRP ETF adds even more credibility to XRP's global investment case. But remember, real price disruption demand will only come with a US spot ETF approval. In the meantime, XRP's underlying fundamentals, global payments, CBDC collaborations, and liquidity solutions continue to build quietly in the background. Stay sharp, stay patient. Big moves are made before the headlines catch up. So that's it for today's Coincheck. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to 3.0 TV for more daily crypto insights. See you next time. Goodbye.